Today we're going to be doing an activity based on the life and the work of this fellow. I know, he's a little bit interesting looking, isn't he? Can you guess what he does? Is he an author? Perhaps he's a painter. Maybe he's a carpenter or a shoe designer. Or what about a paleontologist? What if I told you that he has more in common with Pop-Tarts than any of these professions? Does that help at all? If you guess that Andy Warhol is an artist, you're right. I'll let you know more about the Pop-Tart connection at the end of the video. Andy Warhol is really one of the most famous artists ever. He's a true legend and was one of the leading artists involved in a new movement called pop art. This style of art was called pop art because it was short for popular art. The images, the pictures used were really anything that was popular at the time. Anything that you might see around the house, in a grocery store, in a department store, or on the streets. The images might be of famous icons or people who are popular right now, like your favorite singers or rock stars, TV and movie stars, superheroes, and maybe even cartoon characters. Before beginning to create our own masterpieces using a specific technique, I wanted to take some time to show you examples of some pop art. You will see that Warhol takes one image and uses it over and over and over again, and then fills in the gaps with really bright, vibrant, contrasting colors. You'll see that pop art is meant to be fun. I hope you enjoy these examples of his work. Okay, it's finally time to start our activity. So what you're going to want to gather are some bright colored markers, bright yellows and greens and purples and pinks. Really, the sky's the limit, whatever you like to use. You'll need a pair of scissors and a glue stick. And you'll also need to remember to please cover the surface of your art area with some recycled paper bags or newspaper flyers, whatever you can find around the house, so that you don't end up coloring everything, including the furniture and the floors in your home. Then this time, to make things a little easier for me, I thought to choose my pictures, I thought I would choose to Google free coloring pages for children. And I came up with a whole array of pictures to choose from. What I chose this time, I chose cupcakes. And you'll see that the only thing that I had to do here was to divide my cupcakes into blocks. We wanted to make sure to have them in their own squares so that we don't have any colors touching or overlapping. These are just big blocks of bright colors. The other one I thought might be fun is a unicorn. But really, you can choose whatever picture you want. Anything that you love. Your favorite sneakers, your favorite cartoon character, your favorite chocolate bar, your favorite drink. Just a picture that you see that you like. So what you want to do again is to make sure that around each picture there are squares, because we're going to want to cut these afterwards, especially if you only have two. So I've started this one already. I've chosen some bright colors. You can see that I've tried to make them a little bit different. I've got bright yellow up here and orange icing down there and bright yellow for all the way around the boxes. You want to make sure that the entire square, each square, is colored in and that there are no gaps, no white spots. You do the same with any other picture that you have. You start to color around the outside first if you wish, or the inside. For this one, I chose bright yellow. On this side, I might choose a bright blue. I might make her mane a fluorescent pink and her tail a bright, bright blue. Her ears a beautiful fuchsia or magenta or bright green. Really, the sky's the limit, and they have to be your favorite colors. So then when you're done, you're going to take your scissors, because you'll have 4 of these, and you're going to cut them as carefully as you can. So just right around, and hopefully you will have 4 of these that you're really, really pleased with. For the cupcakes, you might not want to cut them. You might just want to leave them as is, but maybe put a pretty frame around the outside or something. That's really up to you. Once you have finished, so let's say that these are all colored in and beautiful, you take the back of any page and you start to place them beside one another. So I would put one here, one here, one here, one here. Don't glue them right away. You might want to move them around. Have those 2 there and a different 2 here. And then it's time to take your glue stick. Actually, you don't need too much. Put them on your paper. I'm sorry that I don't have 4 here. Unfortunately, my printer ran out of ink. Okay, and obviously you'll have 2 more here. Again, they can be any pictures that you like, so long as your images are big and bright and bold and vibrant and beautiful. And try not to let the colors touch. We want to really create that amazing contrast. And remember I told you I'd tell you the connection between Pop-Tarts and pop art? Pop-Tart is like a pastry, hence the word tart. Pop does not refer to the fact that it pops out of a toaster, but in fact it was named Pop-Tart as a play on the pop art craze at the time of its creation. Who knew? So I really had fun hanging out with you guys today, and bye for now.